to discuss the new RapNet and the changes we've made in the new platform. And I don't want to spend too much of your valuable time, so I'm going to go right into it. So first of all, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining. Today's our second day after we launched the new platform, and I want to update everybody on a few things. First of all major systems in RapNet are running smoothly. The upload is working, the search is working, the inbox is working, buy requests are working. So all the major systems are going well. Yesterday, we had some teething problems with the inbox, and later in the afternoon with some people reporting they couldn't log in. I want to apologize to everybody for any inconvenience that caused. From all reports, everything's now running smoothly, and any messages you would have got yesterday were recorded. But what people had trouble with was actually accessing the inbox to read the messages. For those of you who have had a chance to look at the new system, I hope that you're enjoying it. For those of you who haven't yet had a chance to explore, we're going to do a bit of exploring today, and I want to show you some of the features, and then I'll open up for questions. Just a bit of housekeeping. If you want to ask any questions, please look at the bottom of your screen. You'll see a Q&A button. Press that button and put your questions in there, and we'll try and get to everybody's questions before the end of the session. So far, feedback has been overwhelmingly positive for the changes that we've made in the new site. Although, like I mentioned, the teething problems that we had yesterday really did inconvenience people, and again I apologize for that. And any small little bugs that are remaining are being dealt with on an ongoing basis, and we're being extremely responsive to issues that we're hearing and things that are being reported. I do encourage everybody to report any issues that they may find with the new site by going on the site, and I'll show you in a few seconds. On the left-hand side, there's a feedback tool where you can contact us. That's a great way to report any feedback and any issues you may think are worth us considering. This webinar is going to show you some of the major features of RapNet, and then mainly we'll focus on Q&A, on the questions. And I'm not going to go too deep into every single aspect of RapNet. That would take a long time, and I don't want to take time in your busy days. Just a quick note: the reasons we made these changes and the reasons we introduced the new website are quite complex and quite simple at the same time. We try to achieve three things. First of all, we modernized the look and feel, made it easier to search, made it smarter and simpler. We also made RapNet a lot safer. There's been a lot of fraud perpetrated against RapNet members because of the use of unsafe email systems, external communications like WhatsApp, QQ, Skype, and all these other ways that people are connecting and communicating to each other when it comes to buying and selling diamonds. And a lot of our members lost money because of fraudulent instructions to pay, crooks, thieves in the end, that came from outside emails looking like they came from RapNet buyers. So we've made RapNet a lot safer by introducing the inbox, and all the communication is now sitting inside the RapNet inbox, where both sides can see the communication as a combination of kind of chat and email together. And it's been completely revamped. It's much easier to use. It's on the web and the mobile. Everything it syncs with your app, so you can be on the go. You can answer from your phone. It will sync to the website, and I'll show you some of that in a few minutes. And it's much more than messaging. This new inbox. It's a complete communication solution, and we'll be adding to its features over time. So RapNet is safer. Besides the inbox as a safety feature, we've also introduced different login methods and a lot of things under the hood which we can't speak about, which makes your experience a lot safer and makes it more difficult for people to impersonate you. It's smarter. The search and the navigation are much more intuitive, and we've made it easier to communicate. It's a new platform built on modern principles, which means that it's really built for what's next. What you see now in front of you is an updated website, but the infrastructure, the platform that it's built on is modernized, and so it's built for a lot of new features that we have planned that we're going to come out with in the coming few months. And it's much simpler. Its look and feel have been updated. There's a unified design. The menu is easier to work with, and there's a consistent user experience throughout the website and the mobile apps. In addition, the new menu in just 2 days has shown us that a lot of features that were underutilized are being more utilized now, just because they're easier to find, and buy requests where you can put up requests for diamonds that you're looking for has really been used a lot more in the last 2 days than it was used on the previous platform, on the previous website. That's enough of the introduction. I want to dive right into a very quick showcase of some of the features. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. I believe that the one I need to share is this one. And you should be seeing in front of you my RapNet dashboard after you log in. Quick word about the dashboard. First of all, at the top, you will see your profile picture. If you haven't got one yet, you should add one, as well as your name and an email notification of how many messages, threads you have in your inbox, unread. If you click on your name, you will see you can log off over here. You can get to your company profile and update it, which you should. It's the primary way people look at you and understand who your company is and what you're about. And if you need to go to RapNet Classic, the old RapNet website, you can click here to be logged in over there. If you are a member that was with us prior to 2018, you can still use the old website for a little while if there's anything you find easier to do there, more comfortable to do there, or a feature that has that isn't in the new website and is in the old website. On the left-hand side, you will see all your menu items, starting from the inbox, search, buy requests, all your listings and uploading of files, instant inventory. For those of you that are instant inventory members, you can make your settings, change your settings there and set up your feeds. Everything to do with the price list, trade screen, price changes, price calculator, member directory where you can research members, see who's who, and find out what other people have rated or endorsed members. Tools like RapNet Excel you can download from here. News, articles, videos, and very importantly, on the left-hand side at the very bottom, the help section, where you can either press contact us to leave us a message, look at an extensive range of video tutorials, which I warmly recommend to everybody. They're an excellent resource for seeing how you do things on the new RapNet. Short 1.5-minute videos for features, and you'll learn a lot. The knowledge base, ideas forum for new features. If you say, I wish RapNet could do this, or how about this? Have you thought of this? You can leave your ideas in the idea forum, and other members can vote on your ideas. And the more votes you can gather for your ideas, the more likely it is that we'll consider them for feature enhancement. That's the new member, the dashboard. And you can look down here at some of the interesting information that we've put for you on the dashboard, especially your listings, how many messages you've got, and how many buy requests you have live at the moment. Okay, let's go right into a new search. The search form looks like this. We've put the most common search terms right at the top: shape, size, color, clarity, cut, polish, symmetry, which is in finished groups over here, or you can click specific and set up your own cut, polish, symmetry ranges. So you can always click between the general and the specific. Fluorescence intensity and lab, location are all up here right at the top. You can also open any of these collapse sections and add anything else you'd like here. For example, if you want to search for a price range, or only from primary suppliers, or only match pairs, you can do that in the preferences section. A special section just for measurements for people who want to do advanced searching, as well as treatment, and a special section for key to symbols, GIA key to symbols on the grading report, and an advanced section with other things like a specific lot number, a specific report number that you're looking for if you have access to these advanced features, access code to add a markup to diamonds that you can show to clients. Let's set up a very simple search and show you how it works. You can select multiple shapes just by clicking on them. You can deselect also by clicking on them. We'll just search a 1 to 2 carats, D to K, IF to VS2, very nice broad range, XXX, none, GIA. And let's say I only want diamonds in New York. In order to select a location, you start typing the name of the city or the country, click on it, and a little blue bubble shows you that you've selected. If you want to do another one, you can add a different city, let's say Los Angeles, and let's say I want to add Miami as well. And that way you can search for multiple locations all at once. I'm going to just press search right now, and the search will load with the familiar search screen that you remember from the previous RapNet. At the top of the page tells you how many diamonds in total have been found that match your search screen, and how many total carats, total value of all these 7,000 diamonds, the average price per carat, and the average discount. At the bottom of the screen, we have this particular page information about how many diamonds, carats, average prices, average discount, and total price. So you get two pieces of information, the page you're on at the bottom and the total search information. At the top here, you have your search that you did, so you can see what you're searching for. And here's your familiar grid, which will tell you a snapshot, summary information of the diamond. When you're interested in looking at a particular diamond, you can click on it, and it will open up. At the top, you have the GA, or sorry, the lab and the grading report number. You have a summary of the diamond, that it's around GA 154 DIF XXX none, rep spec A3, and the price. So you get a quick look at the diamond here. All the details are here: depth, table, measurements, and any other information that the client gave, price, and the client's name. The way to, what else can you do on this page? Well, all the media is set down over here. You can easily see if it's blue, it means we have the information. If it's gray, it means we don't have that information. So let's say I want to see the report. I click on the media button, report, and it shows me the report. I can also do report check. I can print the report. I can look at the diagram from the certificate. This is a DIF, so the plot's not telling you an enormous amount, although there's a little thing there. And you can go look at any videos. Videos are external to RapNet at the moment, so you have to click a button to go to the site where the videos are being hosted. If there were any images, you could see them here too. So that's all working in a nice, easy way to see what's going on. We've added a calculator where you can say, well, they want 40 below, but I think 45 is a better price. Okay, that comes to 22,000 total, 14,575 per carat, and you can use the calculator to work out what kind of negotiation and offer you want to make to the clients. Because this is the live system, I'm not actually going to make an offer to Tully Diamonds, but if you wanted to see more about Tully Diamonds, you could click on the link and it would take you to their member directory entry, and we'll show you that in a few minutes. If you like this diamond and you want to save it for later, you can of course press the star, and that will add the diamond to your tracked diamond list, which can be accessed from the search menu. Tracked diamonds, and this is a list of all the diamonds that you've favorited or starred, that you've kept in a list. For those diamonds only remain on the site while the diamond is actually available for sale. If somebody takes the diamond off for sale, it will be removed automatically from your tracked diamond list. At the top of the page, you've got actions that you can perform. So let's say you choose a couple of diamonds. You can show only those two that you've selected. You can track them, and you can print or email those diamonds, email them to somebody, or print them in a very simple format with just a bit of information. Compare is a nice new feature. You click compare, and this diamond will be added to a list of diamonds you want to compare. Maybe you'll select a few other diamonds and you add those to compare from the top because you selected multiple, and you'll see at the top here you have now 6 out of 10 diamonds in your compare list. What is your compare list? If you click on the compare, you'll see that we put the diamonds in a nice columnar format. So now you've got columns which are very easy to check across and say, what's the difference between these diamonds? Ah, I see this one's an A3, this one's an A2, this one's a B3. Okay, the B3 I don't want to look at. Excellent. What else am I looking at? Price. Remember the price here is 40 below, 42. You know what? I think that this diamond maybe is a bit too expensive, for example. I've now got 4 left. You know what? I like this one very much. So I'm going to click the pin, and it pins it to the left-hand side, and now it's permanently there, and I can start looking at others. I like this one too. It will pin that to the left-hand side. I don't want this one. And you narrow down your diamonds that way. You can, of course, see any of the media files that you want to see directly. So you can still see it. And, of course, you can see who's offering the diamonds for sale and contact the seller directly from here. So let's assume I wanted to contact this seller. I wanted to buy this diamond. I would press Contact Seller. The form that you see is much, much simpler. We're just going to put some information about the diamond into the form, and you can just send a message. I'm not going to send a message to this particular seller because I don't really want to buy the diamond. And you press Send Your Message. After you've pressed Send Your Message, it will go to your inbox and the seller's inbox. So I'm going to go quickly. That's basically the end of the search part of the demonstration. Although I did want to say one more thing. First of all, we show 50 results by default. But if you want to see more results, you can go up here on the right-hand side and choose up to 250 results, 25, 50, 100, 250. This used to be in the search form before, but people want to change this dynamically and not have to go back to the search form, so we've put it over here. If you want to change the sort order, you can change the sort order up here. The default sort order is the RapNet default of dollar per carat and wrap percentage. So you'll always get the cheapest diamonds at the top of your listing, of your search results, unless you change the sort order when you're doing it. Okay, that's what I wanted to say about search, and I'm going to move on to the inbox. So your inbox is got all the different conversations you're having listed over here with the companies you're having that conversation, and you have 4 tags that are automatically applied to diamonds, to messages based on what kind of message it is. So either you're buying, or you're selling, or you're just chatting with another member, or you got a system message from us. So for example, here I'm buying a diamond from a Rappaport employee, which was a test case that I'm going to use to show you. And I could be selling a diamond to somebody, so I'd have a purple one, or I would get a red one, which is a RapNet system message. So you can also apply your own tags to a diamond, so to a chat. So for example, I may want to tag this one, make a new label called, I don't know, George, and this is so that George can follow up on everything that's labeled George, and you'll see the labels added here. You can add multiple labels to a conversation. And then if you only want to see George's inbox messages, you can click on the label that you added, and you'll see only stuff that is intended for George. Of course, now that I did that, it didn't work. Oh, and the system messages come up, but I will deal with that in the next day. Okay. If you want to see only diamonds that you're buying, you can click on buying, and you'll see only ones that you're buying, and you can click on selling, and you'll see only ones that you are selling. So it's a filter system once you've labeled them and once you've tagged them. Here's the ones that are only labeled George. So for now, I'm going to be opening the test diamond that I opened with Johnny Katz a day or two ago. And I asked Johnny, is it available 62 final price? He answered me 65. He sent me an image or a picture of the diamond, or maybe a Word file with an invoice in. And you can type here and say, thanks very much, for example, and send it. And the message goes both to Johnny and to me. We can see it over here. And if you want to add any Images you can. I just sent an image and it will go through and he can then download and see the image. At the same time, these messages that I just sent will be available also on the app. I'll show you the app. The app here, for example, here is the message that I've just been sending. And if I open the message on the app, you can see the 2 messages I just sent, thanks very much, in the file, and all our previous conversation here as well. So you can see your messages on the app, you can respond from the app, and you can receive messages from the app as, whoops, I wanted to write great, but it came out a bit incorrectly. And you can, you respond from the app and write a message, and it will come through to the web at the same time. I don't know what happened to my web. It seems to have disappeared. Interesting. Maybe it's here. You see, and the rest is great. I wrote has already come through here. So that's how the inbox works. You get the information about the diamond as well as the name of the person who you're dealing with over here. Okay, that's essentially the inbox, and I think we will skip the member directory today just because we're running out of time, and I'll move straight to questions. If there's anybody who wants me to show them anything else, that would be fine, and I will now open up to the questions. Jen L asks, are you going to make the print option work like it did on the previous platform? It's a great question. We are looking at how print should work. We have a simple print at the moment, but we're looking at what people need, and we will probably be upgrading it in the coming months. Stephen asks, please organize measurements, especially for fancies with larger size first, as before and as in the GA format. Stephen, you're quite right, and we're going to be doing that. I agree with you completely. It's for some reason we're now taking it just as the clients give it to us instead of processing it and changing it, and we will do that. Dennis says the videos for Sagoma didn't load yesterday. Is there any fix for that? I was not aware of that, Dennis, and I'm going to write that down and check into that. Thank you for alerting us to that, and I'll check. When you say didn't load, I'm assuming you mean from the search results. Anonymous attendee said, how can you search by stock number? The stock number is in the preferences section. If you go to the preferences section of the website, stock number is there, and you can fill it in there and search for anything you need via stock number there. How do I get back to the questions now? I've done something weird. Okay. Exporting results to Excel. We don't have a facility right now to export results to Excel. We do have a facility for you to email results to yourself via a PDF. Tom says, I would like to see the average total price at the bottom. Can we do that? I think the average total price is at the bottom, Tom. I'm not, if you could make your question a bit clearer, because I think I showed on the page at the bottom, if you go down, it tells you the average total price towards the right-hand side of each page. Gideon says, when there's a customer send a request to the inbox, there's no stock number as it used to appear before, only the RAP ID, which means nothing to him, and the cert number. Please add stock number. Absolutely agree, and we are going to be doing that. Sanjay says, how can I save search sort order default by price per carat? First of all, that is the default, and it only changes if you actually made a change. So you don't need to save it, but if you go onto the search, you can make you can change the order yourself if you want to. I'm not sure, Sanjay, what prompted you to ask that question, but I do know in the first hour or two after we went live, there was a mistake with the sort order, but that was fixed quite quickly. So I think you should find it working today with no problem. No, we don't have, Adam, we don't have an option for color scheme and contrast. You need to maybe explain yourself a little better what you're looking for. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but if you mean changing the color of the screen, no, we don't. These are the colors. Marvin Finker asks, on contacted the vendor, why did you remove the reference field? We didn't remove the reference field. That reference field was used when we had an email system. If you need to make a note, the best place to make a note is on the diamond itself. When you get to the search results, I believe you can still see my screen, everybody. When you get to the search result, you have a place here to write a note that only you will see. And you can choose its color. So if you want to make your own categories, like yellow are stones I never want to see again. If they come up in my search, ignore them. Green are stones I'm interested in, let's make it green. And you save that note. That note follows that diamond permanently. And you'll see it here. Diamonds with a note have a little icon over here. And you can even search for those notes using the search results. So notes are a great place to leave a note on the diamond. So it's not that we removed the reference field, it's that because there's no email, the reference field became irrelevant. Although what you're suggesting is maybe we should put a place for private notes that don't get passed between you in the inbox and get saved in the inbox, and that's a good suggestion. Yoni Nitsani says, can you change the lot number to stock number? It's the same question that we've dealt with, and yes, I absolutely agree that we will. Dennis said there was a bug in yesterday where searching for diamonds from a location USA brought stones from China and India. That was fixed this morning, I believe, and you shouldn't have that bug anymore. Caroline says, will we bring parcels back to RapNet? Caroline, the answer is yes. The question is when, and that's a question I'm going to have to be dealing with our R&D and when we can get the parcel search back up and running. The reason we stopped it was it just wasn't very well done in the old RapNet, and we wanted to do it much better. And I didn't want to bring across something that wasn't well done. But so the answer is yes, we are bringing it back. Unfortunately, I don't have an exact time line for you. Can we sort by request by country? I believe that you should be able to, although I'm not sure that it's working, and by request is on my list for how to sort and how to filter. I believe that the filters are not working at the moment for by request. One thing I didn't show you guys is that once you've done a search, you can filter on screen in both by request, my listings, and search. So you don't have to go back to the search form to do another search. You can say, wait, I don't really want IF to VS2. I want IF to VVS2, and you can change it right here, and the search will change, and that's true also on by request and my listings. Okay, I have to find the QA again. Okay. Randy says, in the new system, I cannot search my track diamonds by saved names or by dates. Yeah, it's true. The new system, your track diamonds just get added to a long list, although we have a lot of people who said that they are very interested in the date that they save the diamonds because they're using it to kind of prepare lists. And I believe that that's a good feature request that we'll be looking at bringing in the near future. Is there a way to, Wayne says, is there a way to save the vendors as a list so I can search them only? Not yet, Wayne, but it's a great suggestion. We're looking at putting groups so you can have a group of vendors and you say, I want to search from this group of vendors, you know, my New York memo vendors, whatever. It's a good feature suggestion and we are looking into it. Sanjay Shah says, will you please for Fancy Shape give the option for 2x, which is polish and symmetry only? First of all, great idea, and we're looking at, first of all, reordering the shapes. I think the shapes we gave are not in a great order, and we're going to reorder the shapes to be more intuitive and in the different groups that they should be in. And you can always do 2x, by the way, by just when you're in the search form, and I'll just jump back to the search again, instead of looking at finish in the general, you can go to specific and then just only put polish and symmetry in and not do cut. So that way you can achieve the result you need for fancy shapes. Deepak asked about sorting by request by fancy color. The answer is yes, although I do think it's not working right now, the sorting, and we will get into that. Dennis, is there a place in the search to input markup so we can search side by side with client? Absolutely. At the bottom of the search screen, under advanced, you've got something called access code. The first 3 figures are the markup. So 1, 2, 3 is 23% markup, 123% on the price, and any other nonsense figures after that. So that you don't give away, you know, it looks like a code, you don't give it away to clients. You press search and that works. It also won't show the names of the client on the right-hand side when you expand a diamond, so that you don't give away who your supplier is either. Heather asks, are there plans to make listings available to export to Excel? It makes quoting to customers very difficult. We're not exporting to Excel, but you certainly can export to a PDF, which is a great option. Roland asks, is there a method for entering multiple RapNet ID suppliers when searching? Yes, you can go into preferences, Roland, and you can say, I'm looking for, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, MID, and I'm looking for, I don't know, we got my Midwest, and then you can add another one. Maybe I'm looking for Tully diamonds, and you can add Tully. And this is the way you can keep going and add as many as you need and search from them. Custom print, Heather, we said already is not available, though we are looking into it. The RapNet app is blocked, according to Alberto. It's not blocked, and I'm not sure what you mean. Please contact customer service if you're having problems. Zwicka says there's a couple of bugs. Hello, Zwicka, how are you? The bugs by country has been fixed. The bug in the markup is working as far as I know. Although we have some issues with the short codes on the left-hand side. The email communication from the search to the vendor got lost yesterday. No, the email communication is not lost. All your old stuff was moved. All your old inbox stuff was moved, and any emails you got are outside the system, so nothing is lost. You cannot use the old version of RapNet inbox anymore, but all your inbox communication that you had in the old system was migrated to the new system, so nothing is lost. So if you have any particular issues with that, please contact our customer service. And finally, Yoni says, can there be a link to the company's information in the inbox so when you open a message, you can click on the company's name to get the info? Absolutely, we're working on that. It works from the search results, and we're going to be putting it into the search, the inbox as well. A couple of people added on chat. Gideon Harrell says stock number. Yeah, we know that. We're going to add that. Parcels, we already asked. We answered about. Emma says, can we add more contact info for the buyers? We have the telephone number for the for sellers, I think you mean, but no email ID. No, we don't give away people's email ID, and we encourage everyone to communicate through the inbox. Markup in the search results, yes, it's still there. We just went through that. Emma says attachment size can be increased as videos can't be sent as of now. Yeah, videos is a bit of a problem. We can't send massive files through our inbox, so the attachment size is 2 megabytes. You can, of course, send a link to wherever your video is hosted and through the inbox so people can see it. And Isaac says, can we go through the buy request form? Oh, buy request form. I can go through it very quickly. I think we're running out of time, but if you want to add a buy request, the form is over here. It's very intuitive. You just say what you're looking for by shape, size. You can choose these sizes that we've predetermined, or you can put in your own size. Color, clarity, cut, polish, symmetry. Again, you can put in. You can use our general sizes, or you can specifically put your cut, polish, symmetry, etc., etc., etc. Decide when you want your buy request to expire, make any other comments you want to make, and decide if you want to get notified daily, or as new stones arrive on the network that match your buy request, you want to be notified in your inbox once a day, or as they come on because you're really looking for something, and as they come on you want to be notified. And that's how you set a buy request. And once you've added the buy request, it will get added to this list. And like I said, if you need a filter, you can, on the right-hand side, filter. Although I do believe that today we're having some trouble with a filter in the buy request specifically. Can multiple users log in at the same time with the same ID? Well, RapNet IDs are personal, and you don't want to share your password with other people, because then you're not quite sure who did what and who is doing what. So additional logins are available for, I think, $10 a month. So you can buy an additional login if you need. The inbox is shared between all your members that are on your account, so you can each see what each other is doing. So better to have each person have a personal login. Isaac asked, do you have features to keep the buy request private? No, we don't have that. What we're going to be looking to do is in the saved searches, you'll be able to mark the saved search and say, please notify me when a diamond matching this search comes onto RapNet. It's not done yet, but that's the plan. Okay, we are definitely running out of time. We are 7 minutes over. I'm going to take the last few questions now. And I will, and then anything else, please feel free to go to contact us and leave us a message or contact our customer service directly. There's one more chat that I see. Doug said he joined late and is after selected diamond is email option available. Yes, it is. You can, I don't have a search results up here, but you go to more in the search in the diamonds and you will be able to email diamonds to whoever you need. Okay, I need to cut it here, guys, because the questions are great, and I appreciate all the feedback. I'm looking for feedback. If there's anything you want, please go into this help section, go into the ideas forum, add ideas there. Try and get people to vote for your ideas. We'll have a look at them. Definitely go to contact us. We're looking for feedback. We are excited about this new platform, and we're extremely excited not only about what we've achieved so far, but what's still to come. So just to wrap everything up, today we gave a little view of the main features. We answered some questions. I'm very pleased with the questions. I think they show an excellent appreciation for some of the new features that we're using. Use the comprehensive help section that's on the left-hand side at the bottom, especially the video tutorials. And our customer service associates are ready to take your calls and help you with anything you need, especially looking for good ideas and some positive feedback. But also if you have any negative feedback, we're all ears. We're about adding value. We want to add more value all the time. And that's what we do in RapNet. And we hope to add more value to your businesses as we move this into the future. We've invested hugely in this technology. We've invested hugely in this site. And we're confident that our investment will significantly improve the businesses of our members. Our business is all about adding value. And as always, we plan to take less value than we give. We plan to give more than we get. And I want to thank you all for being RapNet members. I want to thank you all for your patience during our teething problems yesterday. And thank you for attending this webinar. And please be in touch with us. We want to hear from you. I'm going to end it here. If there's any questions that weren't answered to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to contact us at service@diamonds.net if you want to email through the website or call our customer service. I appreciate everybody's business, and I appreciate you spending time on the webinar. Thank you so much, everybody.